I want to tell you something here. I don't know where to start, but this is radical. This is transforming. I don't know where to start, as I say. I'm not the best astrologer out there, far from. But my mind has always been radical. I think in my own way. I don't know if you understood this already. And I really don't know where to start to say what I want to say. I will try. And I will draw on this image as I did in my last video. As I told you before, here is a symmetry line. Here is your inside. This is you. Here is your moon. That is your mother. That is your inner child. That is love. I will change color here. There is an axis here between moon, Cancer, and Saturn in top here, Capricorn. And here is the outer world. This is the social life. And the social life, you can see it's a triangle here. The social life is hierarchical. There is some kind of hierarchy on the inside also, but it works in another way. I won't go into this. I will remove some of the drawings here. And in astrology, you have the 4 elements. 2 of them are masculine, 2 of them are passive. The masculine, the active elements, is what create the world. And the feminine are passive, receptive. They get, what do you say? Like a flower. Like a flower gets pollinated, it receives the structure from the masculine energies. And it creates. It gets pregnant and it delivers a child. So, let's go back to the 4 elements. You have fire and you have air. I have said this so many times that the air is in top here, earth is down here. Not in the zodiac, but in the outer life. I don't know how to explain this, but I will do it in another video. Here is a top down. Here is it's a hierarchy. Up here is the ruler, that is Saturn. He is Father Time. But when you get down here to the inner life, there is no time. So time creates space. But it's not real. Empedocles was the Greek who came up with the 4 elements. And he said that air is a special kind of element. It doesn't blend with the others. So he focused especially on air. And he turned a bucket upside down into water, and proved that the water doesn't blend with the air. So the air is thoughts, it's conceptual mind, it's a left brain hemisphere. And thoughts, air, are conditioned. This is group thinking, this is herd mentality. This guy is what creates the herd mentality. He's the demiurge. He's the potterer. He creates the pots. The cups, sort of. Each of your minds is a cup, and it can only take so much water as the size and shape of the cup. Because water, Neptune is the god of the sea. Neptune is the true consciousness, is formless. But the dreamer, because Neptune is dreams, the dreamer is this monkey up here, and he demands to be the only one. I have said this many times. And he is air conditioner. Satan, He's cold, he freezes, he gives structures. But this is not what I wanted to say. I will try again. Not try again, but I had to give you some kind of introduction to the theme I'm speaking about. Here, Cancer, the moon, her role is the mother. She should give love. Because love is the glue that holds you together on the inside when there is a storm on the outside, when air is very strong here, like now. And there are two fathers in heaven. One is the son, that is the son, that is the child. The son gets born here in Aries. The son is exalted in Aries. That is the son, the child, the playful. And the son is ruled by fire. Fire relates to the heart. So he's somehow the hero, he's Horus. And he is close to the mother, to the moon. Because the moon rules here, the sun rules here. But the sun is exalted here. It means he's born there, sort of. While air is exalted here with Libra, with the fall equinox. So this guy up here, Satan or Saturn, he's the serious. He has a lot of fear. Why does he have a lot of fear? Because he is in an opposition with the moon, with the mother. He never had the motherly love. So the dynamic inside of each and every soul is that of the black light from the black sun. Saturn is the black sun. And here you have the light sun. The black sun is born here. The light sun is born here. So, here the sun is at its peak. And here the black sun is at its peak. So, what is the black sun? What is Saturn? He's air conditioning. He is the potterer. He shapes your cup, your mind. Your mind is the moon. If you think about ritual magic, most of you doesn't know anything about ritual magic. But it's made when there is a new moon, when the moon is black. Why is it like this? Because when the sun is up here and the moon is here, you have a full moon. The sun, the child, the playful, the heart, the love, gives all of its light to the moon, to your inner child, to your mind. So the black sun, I think he works with the UV light. He's not so strong, so he cannot affect you so much. Your inner life is in a peak when there is a full moon. And yeah, so this guy up here, he is consensus. He's the herd mentality. He's the peak of the zodiac, so to speak, because the zodiac starts here. And this energy here with Aries, he doesn't know anything and he doesn't care. He only has a love. He's only driven by his inside. Fire and water is from the inside, as I said. It's more complex than this, of course, but I simplify it to make my point. So this guy here, he wants to be the emperor. Aries. He goes head first, and he has a good heart. He just wants to. he just wants to rule the world, show that he is the biggest of them all, because he doesn't know himself. First house is about identity. So he goes, and he comes up here, and this guy is the limit of the world, what's physical, the manifest. He's the peak of what's manifest, while the peak of your inside life is down here with Leo. No, sorry, here with Leo, the sun. The peak here is the black sun. What is manifest reaches its peak up here. So I know it's difficult to understand this, but this life is a dream, and you are all scripted. You have all a role to play here in this dream. And he, the guy up here, Satan, he conditions your mind. He rules the play. Here is hierarchical. He's the puppeteer. Here is a dance floor. All these guys are dancing puppets here. All are Pinocchios. And all try to climb to the top. Not all. It depends on how strong is your connection with the soul, with the moon. The more difficult your chart is, the bigger gap there is between your soul and God. God created the soul creates the ego, the persona. For you to understand yourself, when you look in retrospect, you look in the mirror and you understand your life. Søren Kierkegaard was a Danish philosopher. He said that you understand life backwards, but you are forced to live it forwards. So your soul, your inner child, this is connected to, strongly connected to the soul, and so is Pluto, because Pluto is the most intense energy in the chart. But I will speak about this also. But what I wanted to say in this video was that there are two influences on that impregnates your inner child, your moon, and that is the light from either the sun. The sun is here, Leo, is very close to the mother. He's the sun. The sun is the sun. He's close to the mother, of course. They are in a strong bond. But Saturn is the authority. So he's the father. The guy up here is the father. He's serious. And this guy is playful. This guy is love. This guy up here he's air, the prince of air. He's the air conditioner. And as I said, Arius, he wants to climb to the top and become the emperor. And what hinders him from becoming the emperor is he walks all this way up here, and here he comes to Saturn. Sorry, I know, I draw a full circle, I didn't intend to. Yeah, here. So Saturn says, stop, here is the limit. He's the limit of the physical, of the manifest world. He's the peak of the manifest world. And the guys who rules this world, they belong to Saturn cult. Saturn cult. They worship the monkey up here. He's the heart. And that is the God who rules the Old Testament. He's the serious, he's the jealous, he's the angry. He rules Cain. Abel is the inside. Cain is the outside, the heart. Cain is a stick. He's the dick. While the inside is feminine, the outside is masculine. And up here is based on 10, say 10, tension. So the masculine wants to meet with the water, with source. Source is down here, the moon. So the most masculine energy, I don't know where to say it, because masculine energy, we speak about it again. Masculine energy is linear. Here is linear. Here is logics. Everything is logics up here. Down here, everything is a paradox. The opposites are the same. Here is cyclical. Up here is linear. So Saturn's problem is that he's strictly linear, he's strictly logic. He has a goal. He's active. It's active energy. He has a goal, and he wants to reach the goal. Yeah, what shall I say? The masculine energy is the unconscious. He is somehow conscious, but he has no memory. The memory is here with the moon. The water stores all the memory. The Akashic records is connected to water and fire. I cannot say for sure now if it's both or if it's only one of them. Here, down here is potential. Here is actual. So here is manifest. But what is manifest is only temporary. This one down here is forever. It's about the soul. The inside is the creator. The outside is the created. The manifest world is the hard that looks solid, but it's in a constant flow, and it's all a dream. What I wanted to speak about here was actually the dynamics, the influences on the moon. Because the moon is your inner child, that is your mind, the core of your ego, while also the sun is also the core of your ego. It's difficult to explain that. I skip it for now. But the inner dynamics in a chart is strongly dependent on these two masculine elements. You are impregnated both by the sun and the black sun. The black sun is exalted here. The sun, Christ, is exalted here. And these both energies influence or impregnates your mind. And Satan, is the air conditioner. He creates the herd mentality. This guy up here says that I'm the only dreamer. He is in contact with Neptune, with the formless consciousness, and he demands to be the only one. So the consensus is here, but sooner or later, Satan will piss too much on some people, so they break loose from the consensus. They break loose from the herd, and they say, "Fuck off! I'm my own individual. I'm connected to source myself," and that's when we are here. That is Aquarius, Uranus. Uranus is actually the father of Saturn, and he's the rebel and the humanist. There is an axis here between the sun and it's a complex story, because Uranus was invented, explored, found quite late. It was around the French Revolution, and the energies of Uranus is that of revolution. It's the rebel, it's the humanist. And there are some people who say, and I say also, that Jesus is Christ. He is the sun, he is the fire. And when he speaks about the Father, he speaks about Uranus. Uranus is the father of Saturn, the monkey up here. And he's the prince of air. Prince is P-Rins. I won't go further into this, but you could understand it if you listen to all my other videos and all my other postings. And this axis here is about individuation. It is breaking free. It is connecting to source instead of connecting to force, because it's a top-down force, the consensus from Satan, from Satan. He demands you to follow one play, one game, his story, because this world is his dream. He demands to be the only dreamer, while this axis here of Aquarius and Leo is individuation. It's trauma. Satan has pissed too much on some people, so they say, okay, I had it with you. And this time is what is about to start now, the age of Aquarius. So the guys who follow the monkey up here are full of fear, because fear was the basis of air to begin with, because they have no love. They are in opposition with the moon, with the mother. They cannot love. Their strength is the theater. Here, it's a theater. And the theater is full with masks. Everyone has a mask. They all play a role. There are so much more to this, but I will have to stop somewhere. And I hope you understand what I say. Because if you understand what I say, you get perspective of your full life. And the dynamics inside of a birth chart is many times that of Saturn and the Sun, the black sun and the Sun. Because these two, the monkey, the herd mentality, and the individual, the consensus, or the free thinker, the herd mentality. I don't know how much I should go into this, but I will mention when I have it in my mind. The guys who follow the monkey up here are the dogs. They are the herd. They are conditioned. They get triggered by a bell. Abel. Kaine is dog in Romanian. Coin is Kaine. He is the dog. Abel, a bell. The beauty and the beast. Belle means beautiful in French. So, what we are about to see now is the clash between the individuals and the consensus. Yeah, that was it. Thank you for listening.